Hello everyone and welcome. This is Dawn. I'm so glad you could join me. I have another Halloween card for you. Today I'm sharing how I made this spooky shaker card using the Whimsy Stamps mini slimline rounded dies. You get 6 different sizes with this set. The mini slim Pickens 2 die, I just love how it looks like starbursts. And the Boo die set, which is one of my favorite Halloween dies. I just love these ghosts. You get 5 of them. I could use them on every Halloween card if I wanted to. And it comes with a Boo die also. And then I'll be using the Nevermore Halloween paper, and I picked this one to use for my background. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take the largest mini slim rounded die and place it onto a piece of black cardstock. Then I'm going to take the mini slim Pickens 2 die and place it in the middle of the other die. When I have it centered in the middle, I tape it in place so it doesn't move all around, and then I'm just going to run it through my die cut machine. When it comes out of the die cut machine, you'll have 3 starbursts cut out, and you'll want to save these because you can use them for another project, so I'm just going to set them aside for later. And then you're just left with the frame. And I just love the look of the starburst rather than the plain circles or squares. I think this die adds a little bit of that extra excitement to your finished project. Now I'm going to take the largest mini slimline die again, and I'm going to die cut it in the middle of the paper because I want the lightest part of the paper for my background. And then I'm just going to tape it in place, and I'm going to run it through my die cut machine. I just love this paper. It's going to make a perfect background for my shaker card. So now I'm going to start to assemble my shaker card. First, I cut a piece of acetate to fit behind the shaker window. I'm just going to use a pair of scissors, and then I put score tape all around the edge of the frame so I can adhere the acetate to it. And then I put foam tape all around the edge of the acetate in the middle of the 2 windows because I want my shaker bits to stay inside each window and not fall all the way to the bottom. And putting the foam tape on the acetate is what takes the longest out of this card because all of the little points on the starburst, but it's well worth the time. Now I'm going to put my little shaker bits in my windows. I couldn't find my This Calls for Confetti Midnight Dahlia, which I love to mix with my matte black for Halloween. So I found some older orange confetti I'm going to use. So I put a little bit of the black in the windows, and then I added my orange in, and then I decided to add a little bit of white also. I put glue on the foam tape so that when I lay the pattern paper on top of it, I can move it around if I have to. I only added a little shaker bits, but you can add as much as you want. Now I'm going to die cut my little ghost from some white cardstock, and I'm only going to use 3 of the ghosts for this card. I put some foam tape on the back of the ghosts, and I did adhere them to my card. However, you'll see shortly I actually take them off. I should have put the sentiments first because I didn't like the placement of the ghosts once I tried to put my sentiments on the card. I'm using the Trick or Treat Kids stamp set. I'm using the Boo and the Happy Halloween. And I'm going to heat emboss my sentiments. So the first thing I need to do is rub my paper with my embossing powder bag. And then I stamp my sentiments with Versamark ink. I pour gold embossing powder on them. And when my heat tool is good and hot, I heat emboss my sentiments. I trim the sentiments down to the size that I want, and then I put foam tape on the back of them, and I adhere them to the card. I adhere my ghosts back onto the card, and I just keep moving the ghosts and the sentiments around. I just can't seem to put them in the spot that I actually want, so I'm just fiddling with them, and I don't actually press them down all the way until I have them where I want them to go. Next, I cut a piece of white cardstock to 6.5 by 6 1/8, and I scored it at 3 1/4. I wanted it to have the same rounded edges as my shaker top, so I used my corner notcher I had to round out all the edges. You can see how nice the edges came out. Make sure to have it pushed all the way in before you press down to get a nice rounded look, and I just go around all the cardstock and do all the corners. Then I adhere my shaker front to the top of the white cardstock, and to finish off my card, I take my Wink of Stella pen. I use the clear, and I color all the ghosts with it to give it some sparkle. You really can't see it in the video, but it does add a lot of nice sparkle to the ghosts. And that's going to complete my card for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you for joining me on the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel. I would love for you to leave a comment and let me know what you think of the card. Be sure to subscribe to the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel and their other social media platforms so you don't miss out on any upcoming releases and great inspirational videos. Also, check out their website for all their new releases. And as always, thanks for stopping by and have yourself a wonderful day.